Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doot. Subscribe. Alrighty, what are we watching?
Dracula.
Ooh, alright, Keanu Reeves. So we just finished Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. This was a second time watch for me. I watched it for the first time back in April, did a review, although I'm going like this for you all, this is back in April, but this was a first time watch for Tracy, right?
Yeah. I'd never seen it before. Initial thoughts, insane. The whole movie was insane. I can't believe the crazy ass story. Who was following that? I'm not sure. The sets look like they were part of a play.
Yes.
The lines were delivered.
In a good way, I think, right?
The lines were delivered as if it were a play. It was very dramatic. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't in a bad way, and it mainly wasn't a good way. But what it really did for me, this movie, was made me reconsider every movie I've ever seen.
All of them? This is a earth-shattering film experience for you.
I know. This is what happened. I saw it, and I was thinking, I don't really understand this lore, and I thought I knew something about vampires. I don't really understand what's happening in the story or what's going to happen in the story, and yet it's still pleasing to the eye. The characters are still pleasing to me. I can't 100% follow it, and yet I still am enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just kind of thinking, have I been operating under the false assumption that I need to be able to follow every second of every movie for them to be good?
Well, what did Tom Berenger say in The Big Chill?
What did he say?
He said, sometimes you just gotta let art wash over you.
You just gotta let it wash over you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was doing with this movie. I couldn't stop exclaiming, this is insane. This is insane.
Right.
I can't believe this is happening.
But enjoying it.
Still liking it.
Yeah. I love this movie. Like, it just... After that first watch, I was like, I think this is my stuff. This is my jam. This is my SH word. This is what I love. And it's maybe that Gothic romance stuff. I think maybe Guillermo del Toro talking about Gothic romances so much has like turned that on for me because I really enjoyed.
Flipped a switch.
Yeah. Crimson Peak. I loved that.
Oh yeah, it did kind of have those vibes in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But with a, early 90s
yeah.
texture to it.
Definitely.
And I just thought all of that was great. And then when we watched Candyman, you haven't seen that?
I've not seen
the original Candyman?
None of them.
It has the same thing, but done in a modern telling. And it's fantastic also. And that one I had a tough time following, like the very ending. Like I was confused on the ending a little bit. But a friend on YouTube sort of explained everything to me, and then I was like, okay, I get it now, and I love this. So that's another one. If Gothic romance is a thing you're interested in, the original Candyman is definitely one to check out.
Knowing me, can I watch it by myself?
Probably not.
Okay.
So
I'll have to wait a year to
yeah,
watch it
maybe
with
we'll
you
put
guys
it in
again.
our calendar again. Yeah.
In a year.
Yes. Next October.
The movie, the tone of this movie, I think, is a perfect combination. I don't know why I have to make all these combinations, but it's gotta be if Crimson Peak had sexual relations with the Princess Bride, and then they had a child, it would be Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Right.
You slap it on the hiney with a little bit of The Godfather.
Little
or
Godfather.
Something like that.
Mario Puzzles.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not as familiar with The Princess Bride. I saw it probably when I was in kindergarten or preschool. Haven't seen it since, other than, what is always presented in pop culture. So, yeah, I can't speak on that very much.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, I know that kind of stuff, and marriage, and, all that.
Yeah.
Anybody want a peanut? And, you know, I know all that stuff.
What does he say? He says, "Have fun storming the castle." Billy Crystal.
Right. And so that's the thing. When you say that this movie reminds you of that, I'm like, how? Because that movie, what I remember, is a
Goof.
comedy and for babies. It's like a children's film.
Okay, but it is like you don't totally understand what era these people are from. I mean, it
Right.
says like 1897, but you're like, this is just a prehistory type, pre-human, pre-industrial revolution. Why did I choose that as a benchmark? I don't know. And then Princess Bride kind of fits in that same area, and they
Right.
both are kind of just like plays and practical special effects and fantasy and just kind of a similar kind of vibe.
Okay. I get that. And so would you say, so this version, this movie is definitely more horny than
Oh, this is one of the horniest
Then-
movies. Have I mentioned that
Princess
yet?
Bride.
Because I've been meaning to bring that up.
No, I don't think so. Oh, you did mention sexual relations, but not
Okay.
not with that movie.
I
This
can't-
Bram, not with Dracula specifically.
I can't be for certain, but I think there were multiple prosthetic nipples in this movie. But
One
prosthetic
squirting out.
male nipples. You
Right.
would understand protecting females in that realm. Ugh. I don't think anybody's using that word anymore, and I hate that I used it.
Females.
I'll just say humans with breasts. PC culture,
Right.
and I'm,
So,
part of that.
but yeah, Keanu's nipple was like hard as stone.
It was probably because it had to squirt blood.
Well, yeah, and it was squirting blood, so that's why his was prosthetic.
Okay, but there was another, I think, was there a Gary Oldman nipple in there somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah, I think when Winona Ryder was kind of scratching at his chest and
Oh.
sucking blood out of it. And
Right.
then maybe there was like kind of a
Was there
scratch.
a cut? Okay.
Yeah, cut on the
So
chest.
I guess
and
that
then-
makes sense. They need it for the special effects.
Okay.
Yeah,
but-
less of just a nipple, but a special effect nipple.
But it just really, I noticed it every time.
Yeah,
And you're just not seeing that too much. But yeah, hard as a rock.
hard as a rock, no give at all.
Oh, man.
What was the worst part? I'm setting up some pins for you.
The worst part?
Part.
Oh. Gary Oldman's hair was way too far back on his head.
Oh, well, I wasn't thinking about that, but that's a good one too.
I was going in the hair direction. Was that wrong?
No, that was right, but wrong actor.
Oh. Wait. Oh, Keanu's hair.
Yeah.
Keanu's hair? Oh, it looked like they totally sprayed his hair with gray spray paint.
Yeah, at the end when
Gray
he
hairspray.
when he is like aged because the I don't know what are those women? The three vampire women or whatever sucked him. Yeah, they sucked him dry of his blood, so he like aged very quickly, and he was all gray. But it was clear they just like used like went to Spirit Halloween and bought the gray spray paint,
In
and
the old Toys R Us.
yeah, and put that in his hair, so there was no flow to it. Like he would bend over,
Right.
and his hair was still completely
And yet,
solid.
somebody was spending 17 hours a day on Gary Oldman's hair.
Right, which
Curling it in little ringlets when he's young.
Yeah.
Putting it in elaborate updos when
Where-
he's old.
like when it's that heart shape,
And Keanu just gets a little spray.
little spray.
So it's not
of gray.
moving anywhere.
Yeah, and his part was just very, stiff.
Pronounced.
There was no movement in his hair at all. So that was
Yeah.
probably the worst part of the whole movie. His sprayed hair. I think they could
That
have
was the
improved that.
worst part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
But Gary Oldman's hair, other than the fact that it was pushed back so far, like I really do like the design of his old Dracula heart-shaped hair. Because,
Oh.
we always know the widow's peak with Bela Lugosi.
Sure.
So this was like just something completely different and wild. So I think I kind of like it. I don't think I always did, but I think I do now.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate the hair. Like a supernatural creature, they don't have to adhere to any of societal, hair rules.
Right.
But I get hung up on or story logistics within a movie, and I'm like, who is doing this? This vampire is like a bazillion years old.
Right.
And is he doing his own hair?
Right.
Or is someone else doing his hair?
Well, I wonder if it's the people who are moving the earth to London. Do you remember the people that were digging up the ground?
Not like the world, not like Atlas holding the world, but like literal dirt.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, because Keanu kept calling it Earth. But yeah, when they were digging up the dirt, like he had a crew of people that were loyal to him. So I'm wondering if one of them is also a hairdresser.
One of the ditch diggers
Is also a hairdresser. Yeah, does all that fishtail braid in the back.
It was elaborate.
Yeah.
It
was very elaborate.
Yeah, it was a lot of. Yeah, you could never. This would take me forever to get into this.
Can you get it?
It's not doing it, and
Not
then
quite.
you still have to have tons going.
So
on the
long.
back, right?
So long.
Yeah.
But overall, good movie. Loved it. Do you think you will watch it again to try and figure it out? Or maybe read Sparks Notes or something?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. No.
No. If we put it in our calendar again, would you be interested in watching it again?
Yes.
In that sense.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna watch it on my own. I can't see myself doing any research on it on my own.
Right.
But will I watch it again? Glean some more from it? Definitely.
Yeah. I enjoyed the second watch.
Next year.
Yeah.
Like perhaps we'll see you next year for more.
Halloween hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we only have 2 movies left. What will they be? Tune in tomorrow and the next day to find out. It's a secret. Well, we don't even know. We don't know. We know what movies, but we don't know the order.
So there's 2 movies left and you're not sure the order.
Yeah.
It could be one of 2.
One of 2 things. But yeah, we know the movies we have left. We just don't know which day. But they don't know.
You were trying to be too dramatic for the subscribers.
Subs.
No, you're right. They don't know.
Right. But should we go ahead and end this review?
Yeah.
Do you want to say the thing?
Yeah. Perhaps we'll see
you
you tomorrow.
Let's do a countdown.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout. Doot, 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 doot. Subscribe.